Got to reprogram.
Programming. Welcome to the dance pod.
Welcome to the dildo.
Welcome to the dildo dance hour. Welcome to Donnie's dildo dance hour.
What happens if you put this guy in the fire?
The rat? Rats don't like fire. That's how you get rid of them. You get a exterminator. They just come in with a torch, and they just burn your whole house down, and then you're like,
huh?
Thanks, buddy.
And you don't got a rat problem.
Here's $750. And they're like, thanks. Good luck with building your new house, idiot.
That's when you get Extreme Home Makeover.
Extreme.
When they bring the bus in.
Extreme cheddar.
They do it in one day.
Like in Harold and Kumar goes to White Castle. Extreme. And he breaks the bag of chips over their movie.
That scene. They're like, all right, we just need some fucking psychos to be in this place. And they just throw a kayak down an aisle, and he's flying through the air, kayaking, and then hitting the chips, and they're exploding.
Doesn't make any sense.
You would just throw it, and it would just go.
Yeah, you throw it, and it would just fall right down.
Yeah, I think it would just like hit his head and then die.
Let's realistically diagnose comedies. Dude, Dumb and Dumber? Or anybody that dumb? I don't know.
Unfortunately, that's probably true.
There's two guys like that roaming all around. But actually, usually they don't have another buddy. So they're just like the town weirdo that ride a tricycle or something. People are like...
Oh, is that one? Scoobies? I don't know. What's that show called? Or that movie on Netflix with Adam Sandler?
Oh, Hubie Halloween.
Hubie. That's what it is.
Yeah, he's a town goofball.
Yeah.
That's the PC thing that people say. He's the town goofball.
The town...
I've been saying that at work because I actually want to say other things, but people will be so dumb at work. I'm like, but also it also works playful. Like if you're being goofy to me, I'm like, this guy's being a goofball.
Oh, you don't call him the town goofball? What is this guy, the town goofball? That's pretty funny.
That works. But sometimes you can use it. I mean, if you're really like, this guy sucks. This guy fucks everything up. I don't know what that guy's doing out there. He's being a goofball.
Nice.
And you're like, oh.
And everyone goes, Chris doesn't say the R word.
Well, just other words. Just
fat people.
Fat. Yep. And then just I don't know, people being stupid.
So,
not even like being like, oh, challenged, but literally like you're making bad decisions and you're fucking things up at work or whatever. Yeah. Oh, I'm on the wrong slide, dude.
Nah, I thought that you did that one on purpose.
That works.
Like you're fucking things up at work. People were just... He's talking about people calling someone a goofball.
This is a podcast.
So before...
why is this guy talking about work?
Before we started, this is going to be another exciting topic. We were talking about the temperature of a house.
Oh, yeah.
Because all I said was, I went over Jen's parents' house, and I was like, it was cold. Like, because we kept commenting. Well, not me. I don't comment on things, but Jen was like, and other people. It's cold in here.
I was cold at your house in the Super Bowl, but then I was like, oh, this window's fully open.
Yeah, it's because before you got there, we were cooking, and it was like up to like 75 or something. And I'm like, this is crazy.
I think at one point I went to get more food. And then I went to touch the window, and I was like, "Oh, there's a hammer holding it open."
Yeah, because
I was like, "I'm not gonna touch it."
If you move it, it just.
If it was not like that, yeah. If it was not like that, I was going to like lower it.
When we first moved in, she was like,
I was like,
"Can you she would just bug me to fix it?" And I go, "Do I
throw
work
cream
for wall side windows?
Yeah. What do you do? Throw cream in there?
How am I gonna fix it?
Throw some fucking putty that
I
slows
don't know.
it down.
I don't know why it's like that. I can't tell you, but
I think
almost all the windows in the house are like that.
Like not studs, but like the frame of windows shift.
Hey man, couldn't tell you.
Hey man, I could. I'm telling you right now. No.
What do I work for wall side windows?
Yeah.
That's my favorite bit.
There are things to say about temperature. That is a whole topic.
But I just wanted to say. Yeah, their house is at 63, and I was like, damn, I thought mine was low.
Yeah. What, you're 67, 68?
65.
Oh, okay. I mean, you growing up, your parents always 66.
Yeah, I grew up like that. It was always in the winter. It was low, and in the because it was like my mom was like, "I'm not paying that." But that was just, I'm not paying the bill, and I was like,
I feel like have you checked your
like,
bill? It like doesn't. It's not like I'm paying $80 more a month.
Yeah. So
if you think about it, it's like every single day.
I went on Reddit, and this was not about the heat, but this is about
size of your house. Too.
I just happened to be on a Reddit where it was like an Ask Reddit post, and it was someone like, something about like the temperature, and someone was like, yeah, I did an experiment.
Your temperature bod.
And he said like, I put my temperature at this for a whole month, and he goes, my bill was insane. And I can't remember what, it was like.
Did he put it down or up or whatever?
I think it was for air conditioning because he said his electric bill. So I think he put it like
AC is nuts.
Yeah.
That's a different animal.
Yeah.
Gas is cheaper to heat up your house.
Yeah.
The electric for your AC unit is trash.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they give you an AC unit, they like take one for like, this one's like good enough for the house. There are better ones out there that wouldn't use as much electricity.
Yeah.
But they're like, you don't want to spend $10,000 on this AC unit. I know you're around the $4,000. We'll give you a $4,000 one. But it fucks you if you really want to like super pump the AC. And so I know that because I got one and then was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Like, the months were crazy.
I'm more about the
gas was cheaper.
I don't like my house being like, it's fine because like when we were at that vacation, I said because like the heat kept getting fluctuated everywhere, and it was like 7. Some
upstairs never got touched. I don't think.
Yeah, the I think it got touched like it doesn't matter, but it got put up to like 70 something, and I'm only worried about when I go to sleep.
Yeah,
because I'm like I'm not sleeping when it's 70 degrees. Like I won't be able to. So like I
have a story of that happening
because someone said I feel like 70 is like a normal temperature. I'm like I'm not saying it's too hot to just exist in the house, but then everyone's gonna leave the downstairs part, and then I'm gonna be like, well, now it's hot down here, and I have to go to bed. Then I realized there's a window.
We went to the Great Smokey Mountains, dude.
Yeah, but then I realized there's a window in the room, so I popped the window open, and I went, nah, I don't care about the heat anymore. I just opened the window. It's good.
Yeah. Oh, so that's what you did at that house?
Yeah, because I was like, I mean, whatever. I'll just leave
dude,
it.
For some reason, I mean, I know you were in the rest of the house, but when I went downstairs and I used that bathroom because I had to, because the top one was being used, I was like, oh, this
heat just
side of the bottom of the house is insane. So ideally, if we were to redo that same exact vacation, you would have thrown Jordan in that room by that bathroom because she would not have a problem. Like the house could be 70 in both, but we knew that room and the bed and the bathroom is not 70.
Yeah,
we know it's more. I would take a piss in there, and I was like, "It is fucking
the
blazing
bathroom was
in
hot.
here."
The bathroom was hotter than.
I just assumed it was, because the vents are usually, my vent.
The room wasn't that bad. It was just the bathroom because it's like this big, and the temperature control is in the room. She
would have loved to have a shower in that bathroom. She'd have been like, "Oh my God."
Yeah, I walked in there, and every time I walked in, I was like, "Jesus Christ."
Yeah, it was nuts. That was just a weird. But you know what? I don't know if we checked the vents. We probably should have just like shut that one or lessened it or whatever. That had to have been, hey, good. Everyone loves the temperature talk.
Temperature talk.
But Jordan and I just went to her lake house, and the house was cold. So there's all these different temperatures. They have different gauges in different rooms. I don't know if you knew it was like that because we never use it at the lake in the summer. So we turned them, and it was just so cold. We turned them up like past 70, and then it was because we were in hoodies and pants and socks, eating food like cold in the house when we got there. We were like, it's fucking cold in here. So we cranked the heat. The heat has not really cranked yet. I fell asleep in the living room. So then, when you wake up and you're like deliriously getting to the your bedroom, I did that. Not like thinking of heat. I think I took my hoodie off, but I think maybe I took my socks off. But I still had these. I had some like athleisure pants, and then I go to bed. 2 a.m. or some shit like that. Wake up 4 a.m. just drenched, and then I was like, "It is insanely hot in this house." And then I went through all of them and just was putting them down to like 68 or something. But I was like that's what happens.
And then you jumped in the lake.
She would never wake up, and it's like, what is going on? Or a woman would just sleep through 78-degree house. But.
Very nice.
Yeah, man. That was temperature hour.
Yeah, we had to get that out of the way.
But dude, we were at the Smoky Mountains. That was cool. I got this cool hat.
I didn't get shit.
Did you go?
No.
Were you there?
Didn't go. Didn't make it.
One observation, because we were in the hills, and then we were only out at dinner, and I wasn't like observing a lot of other humans, but that was the beginning of it. We went to Flavortown, and Flavortown had a bit of it had like a Dave and Buster's type of Guy Fieri.
Yeah, Guy Fieri Busters. Yeah, Guy Busters.
Guy busts. Guy busts on me.
We went to Guy Busters.
We went to the Guy busts on me, and then so we're playing games or whatever, and that's when I started to notice, like, because we're in Michigan, and maybe I'm making judgments on southern states or whatever, but I'm looking around and I'm like, some of these people look goofy. And it is also a touristy area, so people are from all over the fucking place. So maybe they're not all Tennesseers, but there were just some goofy looking people where I'm like, I think you got to have like siblings fucking to make this guy or whatever. And then, but it wasn't something that I even bring up to anybody. I was like,
I think like that type of area just
warrants that,
draws that
it's
type of people.
Like carnies.
Let's go to Pigeon Forge.
Yeah, because it is like carny people. Yeah. Because Pigeon Forge is like a fucking carnival daytime Vegas.
Yeah,
it's larger than I thought. I didn't think there'd be that much ridiculousness. It's like,
it's crazy.
Bigger than it's 3 magnificent miles, and nothing's magnificent. It's just carnivals, and they're ruining the mountains. They're putting Airbnbs and roller coasters all over the fucking mountains. But what was more telling was when we went to Putt Putt. So we did a trail day and all this shit, but we went to Putt Putt, and the family behind us, the dude. And maybe this is because we watched Men in Black also, but that guy behind us, I was like, he doesn't look far off from
I was like,
that guy from Men in Black.
Yeah.
And then he also would just be standing there and just be like, and I'm like, man, people around here are goofy. And then we're done with Putt Putt and we're walking down, and there are just like weird looking people. Like the kid that went viral with the belt buckle and he's skinny and he's singing about like Walmart or whatever the fuck. Like, there were like 3 kids like that walked by us while we were at that hot dog stand. And I just was like, oh, that's real people. It's a little kid. The dad looks fucked up. And the little kid's got belt buckles and hats. And they're like, or whatever. And I'm like, man, people actually sound like that? Like when Bill Burr makes a, almost racist accent towards Southerners, like derogatory. He's talking shit.
For white people.
Yeah. But when he's like talking shit about, he's like, I'm a dumb Southerner. Like he'll do that and then go, I don't know why I'm doing that. Not everyone from the South sounds like that. Of course, not everyone from the South, but there's just some people.
Yeah.
Like we're in Kroger and someone went over the thing and they were like,
Yeah.
like, those aren't even words. We speak the same language. That's nuts. Chris has got a problem with English people speaking the same language funny. And
Chris shouldn't leave
Southern,
Michigan.
Yeah. Should stick myself into the Midwest forever.
Don't go past Chicago. Even in Kentucky, dude. We're from the South.
Yeah.
It's like even
basketball team.
Even Southern accents are different too. There's like Louisiana.
Oh, there's a bunch of
like
different ones. Yeah.
It's kind of wild.
It's really, because America's so big. Does anyone know what America is?
We're a melting pot.
It's like a bunch of different countries.
Where did you learn that? Geography school?
Where'd you learn that?
Where'd you learn that? At my house? When I had a teacher over?
What was the teacher doing?
Dude, nice. That'd be sick.
Oh, dude, if a teacher came over.
Even if they were old.
And then she was like, I brought a chainsaw. And she just started cutting your house
picture
apart.
of Jordan asleep.
Oh, yeah.
I've never noticed
that. Was like one of her birthdays. And then we took that, maybe it was someone else's birthday. I think it was hers. But we used that picture for a cake for her birthday.
Oh, nice.
And we had that on the cake.
Oh, speaking of birthdays, I don't know why. Speaking of sleeping, I just thought of this. Okay. Mark was like, because when she was drinking at the Tennessee, and then like wanted to eat scallops and bumpy
everything,
cake, and everybody's like, no. And then Mark looks at me. Did she like throw up? And I go, I mean, it's not like it was a problem, but like I do have memories of back in the day when I like first started hanging out.
Early
and she was like
half of 20s.
I like don't get sick, and then I just remember after that it was like
5 years of being
sick,
sick,
a lot, and I was like, you used to say that all the time. I don't understand.
Yeah,
but so I was like, so I mean, like she doesn't, but like maybe. So I think we'll just err on the side of caution here.
Well, just anyone who's like getting past the point of like coherency, drunk, shouldn't just be like, let me throw down fish. Let me throw down just 500 calories of chocolate.
Especially if like you're not like living that, where you're like, oh, I'm experienced.
And then both of them are like, Chris, what are you doing? Why are you're not letting her have a snack? Like the drunk people.
Yeah.
But you're not letting the person and I'm like, no, like you're obviously wrong. No, I'm not gonna voluntarily have my wife puke in here. Ugh, dude, Chris, you need to fucking have
scallops and then bumpy cake.
Oh yeah,
those were like immediately after each other.
Yeah, then we threw the scallops away.
Wow.
Should have left them all. Should have threw them in the yard. Get some bears in there.
Oh God,
they have a reason to use the bear horn.
I probably would have been. The bear horn. We probably could have just all just yelled at a bear.
Yeah. Or just get wide, all come together like a transformer, and just slowly approach it. It would be like, what the fuck is that?
It probably would be.
What the fuck is that? That's a fucking crazy transformer bear. I've heard about these.
We never even like pressed we never even tested the bear horn.
No, I don't even know. What if you don't hear it? Didn't work? Like a dog. Yeah, you're right.
It's like,
oh my God, guys, here's the time. Grab the bear horn. It's like, ping. Just fucking broke. Somebody used it. Some kid ran around the store using it.
You're supposed to like, even when you get like pepper sprays and stuff, you're supposed to like spray it outside to test it.
Yeah, finally, it's like a guy's gonna get inside of me. Ha ha. Just comes out like
the guy goes.
Comes out like that.
The guy goes,
"You're about to be raped."
This is God, dude, and then that would happen.
Yeah, that's where we went. We went down there.
We really did.
We did. We were there. Dude, fucking Buc-ee's.
It is crazy driving out like somewhere, and then you're like in the middle of nowhere, and you just see like things about Jesus and Trump and like.
Yeah, the heavy. Yeah. Jesus
will save you. From what?
Save us.
The cops?
I had a guy at work.
From crippling debt?
I had a guy at work get annoyed. Like, so another guy at work.
You ran by and went, Jesus is gay? And he was like,
pretty close. One guy goes, he's like, Jesus isn't real or whatever. He just like said, because someone was saying,
okay.
I don't know.
Someone, like, yeah, I went to Tim Hortons the other night. Jesus is real?
Yeah, I think it probably was something like that because that kid's a little autistic, I think.
Okay.
But Jesus isn't real. Like, he just said that. But also, it's like, say if you are someone who, like, that offends you, then why does that matter? Why does someone who's just, to you, a fucking moron, because they're just shitting on Jesus, that shouldn't bother you. So this kid, this worker, came up to me and was like, he's just younger than me, so everyone's a kid if they're younger than me.
Hey,
but
do you go?
Hey, bud.
I
put my leg up on something. And I go.
Do you do like the Men in Black where he calls them different, like sport and slick and kid?
I go,
and,
hey, get out of here, slick.
Hey, kid. Like
pretty much.
Stop. I don't like that.
You're not my daddy. Let go of me.
And you're just like
my neck. So that should be a button. Bill Burr. My neck.
That would be funny.
But I was like, sometimes I do feel like at work I'm being like a therapist to people, but I'm like, I go, why would you let that? He's like, I don't know the way he said that about Jesus. Like, why the fuck would you say that? Like, blah, blah, blah. And I go, why does his opinion of Jesus? I go, what I think, because he was just like, why do you gotta believe whatever you want to believe, but don't gotta like put this down? And I go, I think it's better to be like, when someone says something about, someone says like, oh, we got to pray, and then it'd just be like, pray to who? We praying to Allah. We praying to Mo. We praying to Jesus.
Mo.
We praying to the what the fuck? Who's the guy with the Jehovah? Jehovah? Are we praying? Are we praying to some Jews? I don't know. Like unlimited things to pray to. Which one are we praying to? I just want to make sure that when we die, I prayed to all of them. So whichever one is true, I'm like, oh,
did you send him in a tizzy?
No, he actually laughed at that because he thought it was funny. But I was like, I go, that's fun. He's like, yeah, that's fun and playful, but just to be like Jesus isn't real. It's just like, what the fuck? And it was just funny that
he's like all mad about that.
Yeah, he was mad about it. But I was just, I'm like, I don't know. If you don't,
dude,
like,
don't go on the internet.
Yeah, there's a lot of it.
Yeah,
that's why.
He's like,
South.
He like ends up on Reddit, and it's just like an atheist Reddit. And he's just like, oh, what?
Getting 400 downvotes every comment. What are you guys saying about Jesus? And everyone's like, yeah. So, what did you do in the Smoky Mountains? Dude, I don't know.
I was with you the whole fucking time, bitch.
We're in a hot tub for 2 seconds.
Hot tub time machine.
Had breakfast every day. That was cool.
That was pretty cool.
Hot tub time machine. Hot tub.
Yeah. Everyone, a bunch of people were cooking. Whoa. Uh-oh.
What'd you get there? There's March Madness going on, people going nuts. Alex texted me this morning. As I'm texting you about doing the pod, Alex was like, come play basketball right now. I'm
nice. Right now.
Pretty much. Like, they already had been playing for like 15 minutes. I was like, nah.
Yeah.
I also kind of woke up. I feel fine now. But similar to when I was telling you about, like, thinking I had, like, a kidney thing. And, like, I woke up going, like, oh, what
the pain had moved into my cock.
Fuck. It was, like, a little bit coming and going. I was like, yeah, the pain moved.
Maybe you got one.
Maybe. But I was like, what the fuck is
They're
that?
Fun.
All I had yesterday was water.
Doesn't matter.
I know. But I'm just like, come on. I'm not even trying.
If it's already there, it's already there.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm not even trying to get it. I'm going to grab my notebook. Because I got notes.
You're going to grab your copy of the Notebook and just be like,
I'm going to grab the movie.
It's such a good movie. Yeah. The Notebook is fine, I guess. If you're a fucking woman. Ew.
Wow, dude. Corey's not good at being alone.
I mean, I keep getting texts. I left without saying anything. Did you get coffee and food? And I was like,
you left without saying anything.
I'm like, no, I'm at the pod.
I'm at the pod studio.
Oh, now I realized what she was asking. If I got coffee and food here.
Got a booger.
Chris is a booger man in the booger camp. Well, I don't know. When you walked away, I was like, well, I could start rambling about stuff, but then I'm like, well, he's not here to answer me. So I don't want to start telling a story. And then I
can hear you.
Yeah, but you can hear him, but like, you're like looking for something. You come back and you go, all right, so like, what'd you say? You were over there? And then I'd be like, yeah, I'm not. That's everybody. Like, I would be over there grabbing something, be like, yeah, I can hear you. And then I would come back and go, what happened? So wait, what happened at your work? I heard like you say something at work.
Corey's like, I'm not going to repeat myself.
Yeah,
okay.
I don't repeat
That's
myself.
my big pet peeve.
I was going to say I had to had to piss in a jug for 24 hours. And then
FBI, open up!
Is that how they showed up with the cup? They're like,
no, they gave it to me.
Yeah.
And they said, in about 6 weeks, pee in this for 24 hours. The doctor
Surprise,
said
motherfucker.
So like, it's funny because like,
you're like, stop.
The doctor gives you instructions.
Yeah.
He's like a super nice guy, And then I have a sheet of instructions. And I will say this, I didn't do one of the things on there because it says record your time. And I didn't realize it meant like record the time on the jug. I just was like,
stamps.
I thought it was just like, oh, like remember when you did it. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
So I did. I remembered the time.
Oh, the time of the length
like
of
when
the
you
piss?
go, yeah, when you went,
How long
like
it takes?
when you started it and ended it. Because I have to do it for an exact 24 hours. So it's like, okay, I started at 8 a.m. on this day and then ended at 8 a.m. on this day. Like, when was the first time you peed and the last time you peed? Or whatever.
Well, you kind of almost have that.
Yeah, I remembered it. So like I went to the place
Yeah.
to give them the I went, here you go. And I had to get blood work done. So like I get taken to the little lab, and then the girl that was helping me, she was like, so she's like, all right, come back here. She's like, sit in that chair. And then
touch this.
She's like talking to somebody else, like laughing and having a good time. They're joking. It was like one of her coworkers. And then she's like, and then she like comes up to me, and then she was like, you didn't write the times on here. And I go, oh yeah. Sorry. I was like, oh, I didn't realize. Or I said something like that. And I go, I remember the time. And then she like wrote them down when I told her. And then she goes, what? So like, when did it end? And I told her it was like in the morning. And she goes, you're supposed to bring this like within 4 hours. And I go, well, he definitely didn't tell me that. He said, I remember, because it even says on there, it says turn in as soon ASAP, just like make sure you keep it in refrigerated or cold. Yeah. And he even told me that. He said, bring it in as soon as you can. Just make sure you keep it cold. So he didn't say it has to be within 4 hours. He didn't say that. So that's what I told her. And like the whole time, I felt like this lady was just mad at me. Like she just was so short with me, and like didn't say, and like she was doing the blood work, and she's just. Yeah. And then I'm just sitting there like...
No, people suck. We've talked about it before. People in their work in places that aren't, like, happy. Yeah. It's like, sorry, man.
And then, and then I'm leaving. I'm like, all right, have a good day. And then it's just...
I'm not the reason you exist and you hate yourself or hate your life
when you tell someone to have... All right, have a good... I was like, all right, have a good rest of your day. And I just got like a... he's... Like, just like nothing. And I was like, all right, which is fine. So I got in the car, and I was telling Jen, I go, I feel like that lady was, like, mad at me. She just, like... And she goes, maybe she was having a bad day. I go, yeah, maybe, but, like... I saw her talking to her coworker, and they were like laughing and joking. Yeah. And she literally turned, and it was like, and like she was just mad at me. Like she was, I think, because it was like I guess the place that I went Monday and Tuesday are their late days, which is why I went, because I work till 4:30, and I can't. The other place, the Wyandotte one, closes at 4 every day, or 4 or 5. So I can't go. So I had to go to the place in Woodhaven where funny Jen's mom works there.
Yeah.
And so I went there. Because it was late, and then I go, well, she's probably just mad that she has to be there late, and like, there was nobody else waiting, so I was the only one that showed up. So I'm sure she was just chilling. You got someone here, and then she's like, oh my god, people that don't,
don't want to work.
I mean, I don't want to work, but I'm not gonna be like, oh, fucking some assholes here, and I'm like, fuck you.
Yeah. You don't like a truck's backing in, you don't go, stop fucking backing in.
The best store. But then
warehouse.
Because I told Jen, told her mom about it. And Jen was like, Jen goes, yeah, my mom said that lady's like not the nicest person or something like that. And I go, yeah, oh, that's good. She definitely should be working with people.
There's a person a person that worked at my company that I'm working for, and they transferred to a company that my wife works for, and then your wife.
What are you, a fucking bitch?
What are you fucking whipped? You gotta wait till you put a ring on it, bitch.
Put a ring on it.
And she's horrible. And like everyone knows. Everyone in my company is like, yeah, like we hear her on the phone, like there's all these cubicles, and people deal with this like similar customers, and it's like you just hear her on the phone, and you're like, I mean, there's never been a reason to sound like the way she sounds. And she's just so angry. And then like even like I talked to her before. And even like in the little encounters, I'm like, oh my god, she's like this close from just like being the worst.
Yeah,
like she was like holding it in, being like kind of okay, and I'm like, man, like
what are those people's home lives?
They shouldn't be around. They should not be anywhere.
What are those people's home lives like? Are they like truly miserable? I hope so. If you're acting like that,
like they go home and everything's amazing.
Yeah, if you go home and it's like, oh, I love my husband, my kids are great, and then you go to work and you're just I'm fucking like, yeah, you have a problem.
Like nobody wants to talk to this. Like that's how I talk to multiple people, and they work at another job, and multiple people at that job are also like, oh yeah, we like don't love being around her.
That's funny because I work to kind of work still, but but like it's like there's people where you're like, I don't even like talking to them. They're the worst person. And then you see them engage with like the public, and you're like, oh my god, you're the worst. And then people have to tell me, they're like, dude, I went to your fucking whatever, and I'm just like, yeah, my coworker said, like, I don't know, I don't have anything for you. Yeah. I can't be like, no. So there's a thing going around, like it's like I can't defend it at all. I'm just like, yeah, that sucks. Yep. But anywho. They put me back on the tractor. I don't know.
Remember I drove a tractor at Roush.
That's cool.
I was pulling car parts.
Cool. That was pretty sweet. I would like to drive something.
It was a little tractor. John Deere. You a John Deere guy?
You mean the Tugger?
Yeah.
Yeah, why don't you call it by its true name?
Well, the first thing was a Tugger, and then I drove an actual tractor. It had like huge wheels, and it was diesel fueled. Diesel.
Like, there's a little pad.
And then I was just talking to guys at work. I was like, I actually have a cat named Diesel. And they're like, oh, oh, fun. Are you a grown male?
Dude, even though...
Talking about a little furry kitten?
Even though Diesel's existed forever and you've had your cat forever, even when I'm still to this day when I'm driving and I see a sign that's like Diesel, I'm like, oh, dude! And I just feel like normal people would go, yeah, they're everywhere. I don't... Yeah. And I would go,
we're the town.
Yeah, we're the town
clowns. The town clowns.
TikToks.
The TikToks.
They're a little talked. I haven't watched.
Yeah, a little talked.
I haven't even like looked at your mom's house in so long.
Oh yeah.
I feel like I'm so honestly. I kind of
your mom's
feel
house
like,
podcast.
Like Tom is a little.
You know what's funny? You haven't even been
detached.
You haven't even been. I think he's
like
watching.
Like Rogan-y now.
Check this out. I just watched Something's Burning with Bert Kreischer's cooking podcast show, whatever, and he had Shane, Mark, Norman, Big J, and some other dude on. So I watched that, and there was a point where I know that people could chalk things up with all these comedians talking. You can chalk, especially with Bert and Tom, because for the longest time Tom was like, Bert fucks dogs, and Bert's fat, and like doing a bunch of deprecating shitting on Bert, but Bert was like, and I'm sure people, this is what I mean. People would be like, oh, Bert is just like, he's just taking a shot at Tom. But I don't think so at all. I think he was just being real. And he was like, yeah, Tom's a little, like, and then Bert talked about like caring so much about other comics, caring so much about a lot of people. And he's like, Tom, did I just say Tom? Bert was saying that he cares a lot about people. And he was saying, Tom just doesn't like, someone's like, oh, I stubbed my toe, and he's just like, okay. And then he like used a couple examples of like real life, not like that's the one I made up, but like he used some examples of just like being able to be like, I don't care, and continue going. But Bert was like, I mean, it works for his, like, he worked for his career, and and then he used examples that like made him be successful, and with like marketing and certain things. And Mark, Big J, Shane were all like, yeah, I don't have, like, they didn't say this exactly, but they're like, yeah, we can't do that. We're like nice people.
Yeah.
Like if you see somebody like fall over, they go, oh, are you all right?
Yeah.
And like
that's always been the joke that Tom is a sociopath.
Yeah, but like, so that's why people would go, oh, Bert's just like giving into the joke, and it's like, I think Bert's legitimately like, no, Tom's like kind of like a crazy person.
Yeah.
And that, like that, if anyone's crazy in a certain way, because a lot of the comics are in certain ways, he's crazy in the way of like, he can easily not give a fuck about it. Like people could be burning around him. He'd be like, I just need to get home. And like,
that's me.
Big J goes, what did he say? He said something like Big J kind of took a quick shot. I'm sure people would clip this and be like, comedian drama. But I'm just talking to you about it on the podcast.
If we were going to clip this and go,
yeah,
the famous Corey, Chris.
Famous Chris and Corey, Chris, Diddy.
I'm first.
Shredder and Splinter show.
Hey guys, this is my dog.
Look at the doggy, Cody.
He's a freak.
The Codester.
He's a freak.
I wanted to tell you this. Did I tell you I was going to hand therapy?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I just
hand thing.
I don't think
I need to get into.
Can't stop doing this hand thing.
I need to get in some physical therapy. Shit.
For like your back or legs or
yeah, my like sciatica thing. Because I talked to the doctor like a while ago when I was going through my kidney thing, and now
you have a good person. It's good, but some of these places alternate people, and then I'm like, I thought I was getting the.
Well, I want like
the chick.
I don't know. I want like a sports guy, like a sports person.
I know, but that's what I want too. But
so like I because he said something. He's like, well, I can refer you to like a physical therapist, and I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah, see, they refer.
But then I was like,
you go there, and there's old people everywhere.
Yeah,
and
then I was like,
what I'm talking about. I want Adrian Peterson's physical therapist.
I think, yeah, like maybe I can like look into some sports medicine person or something like that.
Yeah, I guess I'd have to. Yeah, I'd have to Google and look on Reddit, and then someone would be like, "Oh, there's a website that get you with, I don't know. You have to contact NFL programs.
Because usually, like, when you do, they're like, oh, you need to be referred here from, like, they don't just, like.
Maybe there's, like, freelance people out there.
I don't know. I think it's because, like,
they meet you at a gym?
These specialized places, like, if you haven't seen a regular doctor first, that will be like, oh, yeah, you should go see about their problem.
Yeah.
Because, like, you can, this hurts. And they're like, yeah, but this hurts because you bumped it on something. You don't have a muscle. You know, like, you're not here for a reason of why this exists.
Yeah, so you just get referred, and then you go. And then, so at the very least, start that.
Yeah.
And then they'll evaluate you, and they'll have you do a month. They'll try to have you go there twice a week for a month. You can even do 3, but, like, your insurance is good. Like, I had a bad insurance that was, like, I was fucking, like, $90 a pop.
Ugh.
Literally. And I'm like, I looked at it, and I was like, I'm not spending $300 and something in 1 month.
They call me the month boy.
But, no. So the hand therapy, the lady calls me in. So this is, like, the first time. And she has me, so there's, like, a putty, and you bend your nails, and then you have little rubber bands, and you do this, and then you do that with that one, and then what's weird is some of them I like this pinky, I can, like, barely move that out. I can move my right pinky fine, but my left pinky.
Dude, my hands are healed. I go there and I'm like, I guess I'm better than Chris.
But immediately we did.
Why are you here?
The first day is like evaluation. So the first day was like grip. At one point we did all these testing. One day we did grip strength. And so she was like, pull your dick out.
She was like, how good are you at fingering?
And what? We need to see, like, your hand imprint on your dick. So squeeze it. But no, I did the grip strength thing, and she's like, oh, you fall like in normal range.
Really?
I was like, really? Because I don't feel like my hands are
normal
strong.
range. Jesus.
It's like whatever the hell the thing is. It's like 72 pounds. It's like normal for grip strength. Yeah. But I was like, I did jiu-jitsu for a while. I feel like if you talk to, like, people who did jiu-jitsu, their normal would be like 100. It would be higher. Like, you have to do that. I'm like, maybe mine would be like 50, and then it's like stronger because of, like, sports I've played in, and jiu-jitsu and sports and shit. I don't know, but they can still tell it certain things. I don't know. I just wanted to say this because the lady who's doing it, she's an older lady, and she pulls these instruments out. Her hands are, like, kind of fucked up.
Yeah,
and then so I'm just, like, constantly thinking in my head, I'm like, she's like an older lady, so your fingers start just, like, turning and shit. And I'm just like, I'm getting hand therapy from a person who fucking needs her hands fixed.
I'm getting hand therapy from.
And it feels rude. I'm sorry, old person, but
old people, fuck you.
Also, that's called occupational therapy. Some of the places for therapy don't have that. So I went to one place for my knee, and I liked the place. So I was like, oh, I want to go there for my hand therapy. And then I called them, and they're like, oh yeah, we don't do occupational. And I was like, I don't know what that word means.
Yeah.
They're like, that's the hand therapy. I'm like, why is it different?
Because it's just like using your hand is just like everyone has to do.
Yeah.
And like your knee is like, oh, you can just be fucked up.
But like the place I'm going to now, I went to before one time, 12 years ago for my knee.
Well, they do knee stuff too.
They just do it all.
Yeah, they do it all.
Like, I just thought you guys all did it all.
Yeah.
Like, we don't all do it all.
All do it all.
We can't do it all. When you get jets, you get square. Okay.
Yeah, get pissed off when you when you listen to this in the future and you know who you are.
Yeah.
When you get jets, you get square, and that goes for your family. Even though the pizza's not for anybody.
Yeah.
That's not the point. You get jets, you get square.
Yeah.
I'm just stirring the pot.
You just talked about it again.
And like
I've made tallies.
And like
That's 18 different podcasts.
And like 5 weeks, you just hear.
It wasn't for us. She does do
upstairs.
that. She does do that occasionally. I'm like, yeah, I don't care. You know the rule.
Yeah. How many times?
I don't even need to say it anymore.
Yeah. What about Betty?
I got people around the country wearing the shirt now that has yet to be made. So it doesn't make any sense, but need to make a shirt. Yeah.
Do you think your cats just stay up there sometimes because they're like, I don't feel like getting down?
they definitely did that before. Back in like old cat trees, I'd have Diesel just like stand up, and he kind of like look around, and I'd see him like look at corners, and then he'd just be like, and I'm like, "You want me to get you?" And then I've just gone up to the cat tower, picked the fat cat up, set him on the ground. He's like, "Yeah, thanks."
He's like, no, this is
I come in with one of those helicopter things where you put the tarp underneath the cow and then you lift it up. It's like, oh.
He's got to be airlifted.
Airlifted. That's the word.
2 words.
Sometimes I want to take you, some friends, to the gym I go to because
there's some butts.
you know how like you go on TikTok and then there'll just be like some wild like I've even seen it in my reels, but like a woman who's huge, like I don't know, like it looks like a woman. She's like she's like going to be a wrestler, like WWE.
Yeah. Oh, like huge as in like she's jacked.
Yeah, and maybe not like veiny, gross jacked, but like she has fit. Traps.
Yeah.
She's got a wide base.
When you said huge, I thought you were talking about like just over like fat.
Oh yeah.
And I was like,
oh yeah.
I don't see those TikToks.
Yeah, clarification.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't see fat lady TikToks. But I don't know. There's
just a few there.
Yeah, just because I'm not gonna take pictures of them, so I gotta bring my friends to the gym to show. Guys, look, I'm gonna be a creep fucking taking pictures of people at the gym. Look. Whoa, another Amazon warrior. But
yeah, Ian told me.
I feel like I don't see like that type of person. Then I go to the gym and I'm like, I didn't know these type of people were here on Earth with us. Just like I'm like, she would fucking rip me in half.
Yeah, Ian told me That's funny because Ian told me a story not about a jacked woman, but just the gym because he goes to the Y.
Yeah,
and he said he was
just
like,
some people.
Yeah, he was like in the. He said he was in the sauna, and he said, "Dude, this guy was in there, just like
people are
like,
taking."
He talked
steroids
the entire time,
no. You gotta
and like complain. And I was like, "Dude, Chris just like told me things," and I go, "Dude, Chris will tell me one thing, and it's like not like every day Chris goes, but he tells me that one thing. I go, yeah, I wouldn't be going. Yeah. I would rather go in debt building a gym in my basement,
but then another day,
than fucking which I do want to do. I do want to get like a nice like squat rack, get like some mats,
and then because I did my therapy, I like watched so like countless. I can't even count how many. That's what that word means. Workouts because of my knee and shit. Like I'm sure plenty of the things I do would also help sciatica shit.
Maybe
some of them got it. It's got to be like crossing or whatever. It's just similar leg stuff, but it's nice. And then I would pretty much like research them through Google research, look into it, just like 9/11. And
I do my own research,
but I don't know. I can show you some workouts, or I could do them with you.
No,
yeah, dude.
I'm not actually gonna do it. I just
like talking about it.
I just want to do it.
Yeah, never actually gonna happen. Yeah.
Is that thing really soft?
That thing down there? I don't know.
If you sat in that chair, would it just break?
It does look like that. It looks hollow.
Yeah.
Just those little... Well, staring at a bamboo chair that looks like it's fake. It's faux bamboo.
Fubu.
We did it. 29,250.
29,250, Mr. Ella.
Yep. A lot of connections to get from bamboo to black guy shoes.
Whoa. Dude. Anywho, is there anything else? Anything else happened?
I felt like I had more to say about jacked women at the gym. But
jacked off women at the gym?
Yeah. Oh, there was. I was recently just thinking of this too. So I know that people wear workout clothes to the gym, and those happen to be tight. And this goes for male and female. And people, a lot of people, like, if they feel like they look good, then like they feel good. So then they'll go to the gym, or whatever. So like I get it. Some people just look amazing, male, female, everyone looks amazing. But then, like just the last time I went, I'm on some machine, and this chick that walked by a couple different times. I mean, her tits are like if someone just like shoved her, like a tit would fall out.
Oh, right.
Like her tits were just popping out, and I'm like, that's not.
Yeah.
Like,
is that actual workout attire?
Because I understand if you're wearing like workout attire and you just you have an amazing body, you just look amazing. That's just what it is. And then it's like, well, now you wore something that is not workout.
Are you victim blaming her?
Titties popping out.
And that's
well,
why
yeah, because she was
assaulted, and that's why I assaulted her.
The guy's like, the tits were screaming at me. Come get me.
Jokes are fun. Jokes are fun.
The titties were like, hey, buddy. Why don't you come over here and
take what you want and don't take no for an answer.
Get some residue. Oh, titty residue. I love lesbians. I watched or listened to Shane on Rogan, and like that just posted yesterday.
Jesus, how many times is he gonna go on there?
Infinite. All these guys, infinite. But no, they were talking a little bit about like opening his new venue, comedy club, comedy mothership, which is a funny name. It feels so funny. But Shane's like, I'm not even trying to like suck you off. I'm not sucking dick here. He's like, the venue's like great, and sounds cool. But
guess we're going.
Guess we gotta go. But no, they started like going like they were pulling up articles and talking about how like this is the part where I'm like, no news media like on television talks about this, and this is like why I think in some ways Rogan is important, is like they'll just be like what?
Be careful.
But they that's what you're about to be, because I'm talking and I put everyone to sleep. But it brought up 9/11 and going to Afghanistan. The people who were flying the planes were from Saudi Arabia, like had nothing to do with Afghanistan. But in Afghanistan, they had just endless poppy fields to make heroin, and how none of it makes any sense. Yeah. And they even showed like, this is like back around 2002 or whatever the hell, and they showed like we had a bunch of troops getting interviewed. They were guarding poppy fields, and they were like saying, "Oh well, we're here to," and he's like, and this is their culture. They produce heroin. And it's just like you're watching, going like, especially now,
that's so
knowing knowing everything, heroin and all because it's all pharmaceutical shit too. It all goes into all the hydrocodone and all that shit. And I'm like, this is why this show is important. Like, so people that want to shit out of him for Rogan and for all other things, whatever. But I'm like, anyone like talking about this often enough? Like they occasionally talk about the shit, and I'm like, this is
but
reality. Fucking... Reality is we are sickening our own people with pharmaceutical drugs that we went over to Afghanistan in a fake war, killed people and ruined lives over there, created ISIS and gave weapons to people, and then guarded poppy fields to get our own people addicted to heroin, or we're still addicted to heroin right now. It's just like there's all this crazy shit.
Sounds pretty sweet.
Sounds like a sick movie, dude. I need to see that episode of Breaking Bad or whatever. But and it was just funny. They were like, but they were doing like the sarcasm. They were like, well, there's not really, 9/11 happened. We had to keep freedom going, so we had to, like that's why we guard the poppy fields, because, and then the soldier guy in the interview in this news thing 2002 was also like, yeah, and they're gonna transition into other crops, and he like said some other shit, and they were laughing. They're like, yeah, they're just gonna be like, oh, now it's tomatoes.
Yeah,
no, it's gonna be heroin poppy fields, so that our pharmaceutical companies could be in cahoots and have the drugs for the humans. over here and fuck all our people up.
Look at this fucking
America. Guy. And then that's the thing that, there's a bunch of people that'd be like, you're fucking anti-patriotism or whatever. And then you're like, well. This is God's country. But you're like, I want my country to be better, and I don't think we should just be pumping our own people. Yeah, murdering people, pumping our own people with heroin, forcing it. Every ad on the TV is like, how's this shit?
That's the American way, though.
It's fucked up. It's crazy. Got to be straight edge to live. It's the only way.
And it's this.
This is God's country.
All the way up. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Is he okay?
No. That's Fire Ant Guy. For everyone. God. Damn it.
What happened? I just don't get it.
Nobody's ever come that hard in their life.
He's still...
That's nuts. That's actually what I heard. Remember when we had the apartment for a minute and two people above us fucking? I was like, oh, cool, dude. We're going to hear this chick banging. Didn't hear her.
I heard the guy. I was right under it.
Yeah, you're right under it. Just heard the guy. I was like, this is horrible. Then it made me think, like, is he even doing anything to her? Or does he go there and fucking give her $2,000 for a zhuzh?
I don't think he ever came back.
Yeah. Well, she was like, that was horrible.
Yeah.
That guy was fucking screaming in my house. And then I went up there and knocked on the door, and I was like, am I next?
Hello.
What was just happening?
Yeah. Can I cry?
How much is that?
Yeah.
I'll pay for it.
Hey, Betty, you're right.
He's like, I'm just watching the show. But he's watching the show. I got a family dinner today. Got to go to that. I ordered, got Potbelly sandwiches I'm bringing.
Oh, nice.
Got to pick them up at 2:30.
Nice.
Taking Potbelly sandwiches over there. It's like $66 for...
Swinging one around. You swinging one to my house?
20, like not even half, but it's like 20 like half sandwiches.
Oh, nice.
There's...
Is anyone else bringing anything?
Yeah.
They're like, this is all you got, Chris? You're like, what?
Yeah. There's like other options.
What is the theme?
Sandwiches? They told me to pick, and I didn't want to pick, and I was just like, I don't know. And then Jordan could sense my anxiety of, like, we'd randomly talk about it during the week or whatever, past few weeks, and I'd be like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care. It'd just be pizza. Like, I was just like, I don't know. Oh, yeah. Fucking bring whatever you want. We got to pick a theme. God damn it. And then I even told them, like, my family decided, Chris, so-and-so, like, they all talked about, like, oh, people did things. You decide this time. And I don't know if they were like, we need to include Chris. Yeah. Or if they were just like, everyone was like, we don't care. We just want Chris to do it. Just because, like, then they don't have to pick. And so I didn't know. And then Jordan was like, I was talking to some people at work or family, whatever. And someone was like, you could do something as simple as, like, foods that start with an S.
Oh, yeah, they were saying that in Tennessee.
Yeah. So I was just like, okay. And I just told her, I was like, yeah, well, we can do that. She was like, I can make spaghetti or we can grab sandwiches. So give me all these options. I'm like, oh, you just do one thing. You don't have to, like, have plan B or whatever. And just do one of them. And then I think she looked at sandwiches and it was like over like $100 or something. And I was like, that sounds crazy. And then I just looked at it last night and found a Potbelly, $66. 20 sandwiches. I'm like, that's good.
That's good, man.
I'm in there.
That's good.
I'm in there, man.
That's good. Okay. Yeah. Whoa. I didn't know they swore in that song. Jeez.
Your face.
People are like,
I was looking to see maybe your ears are
loud.
up.
It's just
Too much?
the noise is wild.
Well, the beep feels just like
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's it'll get you. That's pretty good.
That doesn't really work. Did I even talk about the castle dinner?
Nope. Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Started with brie bread,
Cool.
cream of asparagus soup, had some salad.
Gross. Cool.
Had dinner, had a tour of a German-built house. Was it-
Nice.
Or a like fucking castle tower. It was funny that they kept going, you know, they had like a tour of this castle, and they're like, it's, oh, and they did this. They had stones brought by horses, like up from some hill. All these massive stones to build the castle. And they're like, and that was done in 1927. Like, they talk about all these things, kept going, 1927. This, 1927. I was like, I fucking heard you. But I was just like, my house was built in 1930.
Yeah.
Just normally.
Yeah.
So it just seemed funny. But they did it based off of German castles. That's how they built this one, you know?
They're trying to bring the Nazis over here. Uh-oh.
Should have asked them.
Crazy monkey.
You ever had any Jews or
Yeah, did Jews ever come here?
non-white people in here?
Hmm?
Is it a significance that Jordan won?
Oh.
Or did you guys pick?
Yeah, did you guys pick the...
Did you guys see a girl with blonde hair and pale, and you were like, yes.
She's also
Bring her
has
here.
family in Germany.
Seems fucked up.
It does. I'm boycotting that place.
I don't know if you guys
Are they about
Picked
to
up.
fight?
know, but he had a toy in his mouth, like he caught a mouse or something.
Yeah, okay.
But it's a toy. You have mice in your house? It's not my house. This is a studio. What the fuck are you doing?
It's a studio.
This is where we study. All right.
We already did that, I think.
I know. I don't know.
Hey, buddy, you catch something? What'd you catch there, bud?
The castle also has slaves.
Yep.
That's the last thing I'm going to say, so people are going to believe it.
Smile for the thumbnail.